Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life.
Good day, beautiful people. Thank you for the opportunity of watching this video. This is your brother and friend, Francis. So, I want to send out my greetings and good tidings to you, my viewer, and the supporter of this channel for the amazing things that you have been doing, liking the videos, subscribing, and helping by sharing the videos as well. Even your comments, all are being appreciated. Thank you so much and well done. There is something very, very important. I have made like 2 or 3 videos concerning the consequences of cultism in the United Arab Emirates. I will try to put the links of those videos in the description so that you can have, for those who have not watched them, you can see my opinion or my view on those issues. But there is something happening currently as we speak or as we discuss. The UAE, first, they have started since I think last year. They've been having, due to the challenges of what Nigerians are passing through, or the problems associated with some of the miscreants or some hooligans amongst us who are resident in UAE. Some of them are legally, they have their permits. Some of them do not have, or most do not have. When I mean most, means most of the miscreants or hooligans who get involved in tarnishing the image of Nigerians abroad, with a specific reference to UAE. They don't have papers. Okay, so the essence of this video is to bring us to the limelight what our people are passing through in that country at the moment. Way long before now, they stopped giving employment visas to Nigerians due to cultism. Cultism has started being an issue now for, I think, more than 2 years now, or 3. So they stopped it, giving employment visas to Nigerians, but still the tourists were open. People can still go to visit UAE. But with the recent developments, okay, which I shared in the video, the last video I made on this subject, we recounted of the menace that happened in Satwa, precisely in Dubai, whereby these guys went attacking innocent people from, I think, Pakistani origins, after they might have failed to maybe get hold of their fellow cultists, which they are looking for. Then they went after innocent people, smashing their cars and all those nonsense that they did. But then, which culminated into the government deciding to raid out all bad eggs. And then when I mean bad eggs, it's going to affect the good ones. So Nigerians and most other African countries have been suffering in UAE lately. But there is something very bad, okay? Yes, we call it the very bad happening at the moment. Now, again, they blocked tourist visas, okay, with some certain conditions anyway. And, a lot of whole issues are out there now. So I'm going to play 2 clips for you. They are very short at the end of this discussion so that you will see it happened. One of them videoed it, what happened in the airport, maybe yesterday or the day before. They are refusing them entry. Imagine you're traveling all the way from your country, moving to to your destination, only to be refused entry at the port, at the airport, or at the port of entry. So it is sad. It is pathetic. What we have to pass through. Because there are several factors to this. So let us get down to the business and to see. I have some points that we're going to look at, which I can see it as a moral lessons. What is there for us to learn, and balancing the view of what is happening. Okay. Now, you see, to be honest, I do not most of the times blame countries, that take drastic measures to keep their place tidy, to keep their place in order. I don't blame them, all right, because he who blows the piper detects the tune. That is the honest truth. He who blows the piper, or rather, he who blows the pipe detects the tune. So, what you see playing out, or what you're going to see in, or what you have been seeing playing out in the Emirates is, number one is that the Arabs, or the Emirates, the Emiratis, they are very, very patriotic. They are proud of their country, just like a typical Arabian person. Okay, in the other different countries in the Middle East and the Gulf, they are proud of their country. If you know Dubai very well, Dubai is built out of nothing. Dubai was built from scratch. Imagine turning a desert into a city. Okay, imagine turning UAE is a desert. Okay, so imagine the transformation that happened within, let's say, 30 years. Okay, it is mind-blowing. I accept that fact. It's mind-blowing. They have visionary leaders like His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum. He's a visionary leader. He's an amazing leader. He has set the pace. He actually set the pace for the development that came into UAE. From Dubai, it blossomed to Abu Dhabi and spread the whole entire 7 Emirates. So, but the truth is, these guys, the Emiratis, they are proud of their place. And you can see, in part of the things you're going to see in the video, okay, you can see the way the immigration officers are, walking the people out and taking, you can see there, you can say, yeah, there are traces of pride and all those things, but it's a place I lived in for many years, so I know the way they behave. They're committed to protecting their country. I'm telling you the honest truth. They are so much committed. A heavy commitment is there. All right, in every sphere, in every angle, in every department, you see commitment. They are proud of their place. They know where they're coming from, and they are bent on protecting the brand. Dubai is a brand, UAE is a brand, so they are bent on protecting it. It has taken them much, as a matter of fact, to develop it to this stage. So they will never take it lightly with any nationality, all right, that wants to come and mess up their place. They cannot. It's very, very difficult for them to accept such. For many nationalities, that's why if you immediately they spot out any nationality being stubborn or being a menace to the country, to the environment, to the Emirates, they will either ban you for life, or they will deal with that nationality. This is the way they operate. They don't take shit from anyone. All right, so. That being said, you see patriotism playing out. That's one of the lessons we have to learn in what is happening by the way they are treating our people and by the way they are trying to, make sure that our people do not take over in the sense of messing up their place and being a threat to what they used to, visitors, investors used to enjoy, which is security, which is security of lives and properties and investments, So, but long before now, I'm gonna treat other things as we go. Now, you talk about lack of discipline. Okay, being one of the challenge why Nigerians are passing through or suffering what they are suffering at the moment. Lack of discipline, yes. Most of us, because we are coming from the background of lack of law and order. As a matter of fact, let me treat lack of law and order together with lack of discipline. When you are coming from an environment where there is no law and order, you tend to misbehave because, yes, you are coming out from a lawless environment into an environment which is organized. So most times it's difficult to adapt, except you are intentional. Then intentionally you want to work on yourself and tell yourself that you have to adapt to the system, the new system you're trying to embrace. If you are intentional, if you have sense upstairs, if you are, sorry for that, if you are somebody who is committed to your goals, to your objective, while you travel into a new country, into another man's country to look for greener pasture, supposedly. But if you don't have sense, if you are still lawless, if you are suffering from a lack of discipline, then of course you'll be part of those causing the problems and causing the menace in UAE, and at the same time causing problem for the innocent and good ones that are committed to having a decent work and committed to facing their future and their career, which they have gone to look for UAE. So as a matter of fact, life is very, very difficult for my people because of this single reason of lack of discipline and lack of law and order, and then this will lead to the next thing that we need to discuss, which is the leadership challenge. Okay, these are what you see culminating among most miscreants coming from Nigeria are the people who allowed themselves, or who we are not able to manage the crisis back home, manage the leadership challenge that we have been having for quite a long time. We have been having leadership problems for more than 4 decades. All right, corruption. We have seen corrupt politicians. People who use politics as business. People who see government or governance as a business. So a lot. It's a whole lot that has been happening over these years in our country. So the youths or the young people have modeled themselves after these wicked people. They go, they see corruption, they see rough life, they see embezzlement, they see dirty deals, they see cultism as a way to go, as a means of getting their life goals or their life objectives or what they need in life. A whole lot is happening back home, all right? So guys, these are part of the problems, helping to that many Nigerians, unfortunately, who travel to these countries, with the exception of those who find themselves in Europe and Americas and some other places, same as it's happening. Remember, it used to happen so in Malaysia. Now they moved. I think Malaysia blocked them and forcefully stopped the menace, and now they are moving, to other places. These are young people that are supposed to be harnessed, professionally, but then because the governance or the leadership problem have never given room for people, the human resources, the abundant human resources we have back home in Nigeria to be harnessed properly. See, this is the byproduct of bad leadership, the byproduct of poor lack of visionary leaders. The whole lot, has happened over all these years, and the young people are damaged, young people are, abused, young people are suffering so much. That's why you see them going into 419, to cultism, into all manner of things, money laundering, just to survive, just to make a living. All right, so for the avoidance of making a long video, just let us treat the final thing that we're going to look at, because of this lack of understanding, and of the fact that there is indeed a place or the need for one to be loyal. Loyalty to employers has been a problem to some Nigerians, not most, to some. With this, I witnessed when I was there. So I'm trying to give us an overview of why what is happening now is happening. It has happened in the past. It's not the first time, as a matter of fact. In the period of years I spent there, it has happened, I think, in 2008 or 9, when they gave us ban due to one reason or the other, either problems associated with robbery, internet fraud, and all these things. So, but the truth remains the fact that some of us in those days, and still people who are, it became worse of late, but some of us earlier those days, we were sensible enough to be loyal to our companies where we worked for, people that we worked for. For me, it was a personal decision then that I will, portray my country well by trying to make sure that I don't engage in anything that will bring Nigeria to the bad light, or to damage our image, so to say. But then, of late, as the time goes on, it became bad, it became poor, with hardships and economy downturn. Employers are not being able to, pay some good salaries. And then some of our people, when they go there, not only Nigerians, some Africans as well, other countries from the West Africa as well, and the East African origin, they go there, they're not loyal to their employers. So it came at a time, employers preferred Asians, preferred the Indians, preferred the Filipinos, or for the people from the Philippines, to every other nationality, so prefer Pakistanis and the other Asian nationals than Africans. And Nigeria was there, and At the time, no employer will take you. Currently, even before these things started happening, before this massive deportation and of Nigerians and the banning of our employment visas and tourist visas lately, most employers typically stopped giving employment to Nigerians. We think that Nigeria is a no-no for you, no headway. So this, in a nutshell, because our people, we are into all manner of things. When they will seem desperate when they're looking for the jobs, but when they get the jobs, they begin to prove stubborn, they begin to prove obstinate, they begin to misbehave in their places of work. And then it's, imagine yourself to be an employer. You are an investor in UAE and you have a company, and then you have a staff which is, not abiding to the status quo of or the ethics of the job. It became so common. Some of them, they abandoned their places of work to go sell alcohol in the streets. It came to that point, to go do a lot of rubbish, in the road. Some of them, they abandoned their jobs and taking to sharing complimentary card for those working working for prostitutes. It means those who they go and market the cards for prostitutes in the streets. So a whole lot we are happening, Currently, as well, information has it that there are many people in the deportation camp. Many Nigerians are there. Okay, but there is a whole lot of suffering going on at the moment for my people. So please, let's help use this video and inform someone and guide our people so that, we're not gonna allow this suffering to continue, regardless of the reasons why it has to be so this way at the moment. I knew, even before I left there, I knew that it's going to come to this point. I left there in 2020 and end of 2020, yeah. So, but I'm making this video to inform you, if you have someone out there, in case you have someone who want to visit UAE or who is already planning or anything that you want to do, just please make sure that you get the right information before paying for visas and all those, because you can pay for a visa, either the visa will not be approved or you'll be getting some obstructions or problems along the line, or even if the visa is issued, at the end of the day, when you get there, they will not allow you into the country. So please, if you have any inquiry, or you can DM me or send me your feedback by commenting in the comment section. Let me know what you think and what are your opinions and views about this very issue and challenge facing our country, people over there in UAE. So please endeavor to make this video available to someone out there, your neighbor, your friend, your relative. You never know who is planning or who's already gotten visa but yet to travel. Just be careful to avoid being embarrassed. So I'm going to put on the clip and watch it, and then please remember to like this video. The more you like the video, the more YouTube will make it available or suggest it to other YouTube watchers or YouTubers who are always looking for valuable information on the YouTube platform. Thank you for watching to this point. I really, really appreciate you, and have a great day, and see you on the next one very soon. Shalom. Bye.
We have a human right. United Nations, if I say United Nations don't have this thing, it doesn't make sense. I have a human right. They approved my visa before I came here. I used my money, I buy my ticket. I came to visit.
I'm not asking to stay. I don't want to stay anymore.
Go outside. Tell her to go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside.
That's what is happening right now. We are stranded. That's what is happening right now. We are stranded in Dubai. Look at all of us. There are so many of us. Somebody should help us, please.
We didn't commit anything. For what reason? They approved your visa.